but it's very badly signposted. You see a sign, no overnight parking and all the rest, private. You think, well, this is private ground down here. And that's the way I used to think for years. I don't know what made me come down one day, but you know what it was? They were renovating the flats and they had fenced off a wee path when you come down. I said, well, why have they a wee path fenced off? And that's when I first came down. That's water board things in front there. So this is probably a public right of way, this road, because of the water board. And then the caves are in front. Look, we're going to the caves. Going to the caves, honey. How then? The top path's closed off now. What's the idea of that? What's the idea of closing off the top path? You gotta go on the top path to actually get in the caves. A rock must have fell down and now somebody's put that claim in. I'm gonna leave my bag of shit up here. I said, I can't carry it all everywhere. I'll come back and lift it up again. This is what's made up of here, close up. Bear in mind all these rocks. When you've got smooth rocks, they're usually on a beach or something like this. And one rock gets rolled against another rock. And that's how you get your stones nicely rounded. And then if you would get a layer of mud on top of this, so you know you had a river going over, and they're settling in the mud. So really you've got to have a sea or water flowing to get all the stones like this. Say the sea was to disappear now. So we'll say this land here was to rise up. I'm going to guess on half of this. I know the theory, but I don't know what exactly happened to these stones. But then you might get a mud and all on it. You might even get extreme heat. Maybe it might go over a desert or something. But this all got back together here. These are all individual stones. And this mud has gone to rock between them. But obviously the stones are harder than what the mud is. So as it breaks away, the stones fall out again. Now these stones probably didn't come from there. But on down here, I see the big boys. And then there's stones that can fall down, but I'm going to be disappointed if we don't get in the caves today. I'm sure since the day them caves were formed, the odd rock would fall down. Yeah, they should provide a wee tin shed to get in, like, if anything. I don't know. Like Game of Thrones was filmed here. They would have had safety boys coming along. There's like a wee sea stack out, a wee archway where the water's got in between. No, you're not going in there, you're going to drown. You're going to drown, Lana! So as you go through them caves, you can come out that wee gap there and see the water going in there. There's a castle on top. And originally, to get to the castle, you would have drove through these caves and they have a gateway at the back. And that was the entrance to the castle. But the actual castle's up on top. So they used it as a defensive place originally and probably became a swanky house. But to me it's unusual. I haven't seen this anywhere else. You get stones and muck, aye, but not to this scale. Look at the height of them. Some of them rocks, that's flint there, boys. That's very sharp stuff there. Feels like it. It would tear the arm off you anyway if you rubbed against it. Now we sign up there telling you about Game of Thrones, and there's a couple of wee mini caves along the side. It's not worth going into. But if you're wee wins, they'll want to take a wee peek in. Access to main cave is shut to allow construction work to begin. Please just, what construction work are they doing down here? Can they not just leave it as it is? So we're getting into the wee cave, aren't we? Oh, there she is. She's in the cave. Game of Thrones on here, Lena. So look at the roof there, boys. Isn't that fascinating there? How the big boulders, you need a wee zoom camera, like. It's hard to explain, like. I've never seen it anywhere else. Now, I've been here several times now. It still amazes me yet, like. I don't know, if you had a hammer and chisel, how hard would you have to hit it for one of them to fall? Did that one there, did that fall from the roof? You don't know. You don't know. And I imagine there was water to carve this out. And why does the water not get up here now to carve out more? Then you don't know, them Victorians could have made it, you know. They could have tunnelled this out here to make attractions, and then Victorians did stuff like that. So you might have had the odd wee, could be a softer rocker in between, faded away, and then Victorians just made a tunnel through. You need the Game of Thrones music playing now, right now. I didn't have watched all the Game of Thrones. So now TV or something like that. It's too expensive. They charge you extra for high definition and all that. And the commercials, so that's a scam. But if you watch Game of Thrones, you might recognise this. But they filmed in the main cave. It's probably filmed here too, you know, because that's the type of thing you see in films, isn't it? But that, you've had a big cloak on me now and a big sword. I would look the part. Look at the height of them cliffs there, like. Billions of stones there, boy. Billion. See if you get that there at a garden centre. People would buy it. See the Americans, they would buy that, you know. So there's one there getting wore away by the sea. It's funny how life regenerates, isn't it? Started up, so it looks well, you know, you can see there, you think somebody put cement in it. So what is that? Is that sand? Would that be like a sandstone? That probably is sandstone there, you know, where the sand goes to stone, but these were mixed up in the sand. So it would have started off, this would have been on a beach with the sand. But how does it get that depth? How does it get that deep? And it has to be underneath pressure for a few million years for the sand to go to unbelievable. I mean, how deep does it go on down? So I'd imagine originally that was way low down. It's been pushed up, but it can't have been here when it happened. It would have to happen. Oh, that's too big. Why didn't you pick a wee stone? I said to go for the big one. I'm going to go to the vet sometimes. He's going to ask me, does this wee puppy of yours chew stones? Well, I'm going to have a bull here, a few £1,000 like. I said, I keep telling her, she won't listen to me. She won't listen to me. I said, take them all out. So then said, I'll be chewing my stones. So no, I had to suck them in her gums. Look how big them waves are there, like. You imagine if you're a wee sailor out getting shipwrecked and you come in the waves and get bashed against the rocks. It's definitely worth seeing this here. And the thing is, you haven't got far to walk to see it. It's not like the Gaints Causeway. It's not the best for getting a photograph taken beside. It's very hard to get the size of that with a photograph. Well, Gaints Causeway makes better photographs. All sorts of stones in here. Look at that wee one there, wee bit odd one there, isn't it? Is that a wee bit of flint there? That's flint. It's very heavy, heavy. That is really heavy for the size. I'll put you up on there, Pat. The next person to pick that up could be in 100 years' time. You don't know. But if you go into the main cave, you get to the back, the tunnel goes the whole way through and there's an iron gate that goes up to the castle. Know nothing about the castle, there's nothing to tell you, nothing about the castle. As it's still owned, it's a ruin now, like. But like, why is it a gate? Somebody must own it. Then there's a way to get drowned now, like. Nothing I can do to stop her. She's back! She's back. This is only about 6-7 miles from the Two of the Tree campsite. And I would say a lot of people go to Two of the Trees wouldn't even know about this place. Wee bit of cement there, boys. We must be going to be here for a while. It'd be nice if they had a wee. So that's basically the cave there. You've seen it anyway. I'm going to hold this camera above. And that's basically all there is to it. You see the light at the far end? It's just a bigger cave. So that's actually more interesting there where the sea and all. But that's the biggest one. And say once you get to that bit at the back of the light that's just a set of gates. And it'd be nice if you could go through them gates and get up above where the castle is. This has been dug out here. Just to be way hard to climb up here. So it's probably the boulders have dug us out a wee bit because that's closed off. Before you virtually had to climb up there. So that's handy now the way it is. Luna's saying, don't forget my bag of shit. It's over here in the wall. See how good Luna is. She's amazing in these things. Well, we're getting Luna to the beach now. So I've been here lots of times. Don't want to make too many videos to make. And so just to remind people that it's here. Because you won't look back at my old videos. And if you're interested, look back at one of the older videos. There used to be, I presume it was a girl, used to have wee stones all painted. Mind the craze of painting stones over COVID. And somebody used to paint wee stones and had them on a wee tray and a wee honesty box. So people would buy the wee stones. Something like 10p each. She wouldn't be making much money on it by the time she bought the paint. But probably her mother or father was buying the paint and she was just getting, she wasn't paying tax or nothing like that, taking full money. That would need to be propped up there, a wee bit undermining happening there. You see that wall coming down. Last time I was here with her, there was a couple of Americans playing with her in that water there, doing the balling. It was too rough today, Luna. You would get smashed. Alright, we'll get you down to the big beach, Pet. Down to the big beach. You've been such a good girl today. We'll get you to the beach. So anyone entering these premises do so at their own risk. They need to get a new sign there. So we'll get your wee bag of poo again now, Luna. And this time we need to get it under the bun as soon as we can, like. See, I am a responsible doggy person, me. I always liked that black stone. I think it looks nice, like, no need to paint your house or nothing. Just something about it, it's a nice stone. That would be a concrete building clad in it. But going with that out fence, right thick walls in it. So them wee stones come all out here too, like. I think, and I'm back to the Caravan, I'm going to put my winter coat on. My hands is cold. I'm not freezing. I'm surviving. But, see, I got too warm yesterday. It's my wrist getting too warm now.